Hi, I'm Herma de Ruiter and I would like to tell you something about my Going Round in Circles project. It continues to fascinate me how you can make beautiful things with a simple technique and limited material. I'm going to show you how I made this block, but let's start at the beginning. It all started with this piece, but soon there were many more. If you stitch one a day, it rather adds up, and now I've made more than 400 and the pile is still growing. Making these pieces fascinates me. I discover new things every day and I have no intention of stopping anytime soon. In this video, I'm going to show you what material I use, how I make my blocks, but also what I make with my blocks. At the end of the video, I will tell you where you can find more information about my project. To make my blocks, I use a piece of batting or felt as a base to stitch onto, scraps of fabric, a thick thread, and of course, buttons. Let me show you how to put together one of these Going Round in Circles blocks. This is my piece of batting, or if you want to use felt, you can use felt. And these are my scraps of fabric. Now I've cut them into 2 by 2 1/4 inch pieces, and I'm going to just lay them down onto the background like this. Now the important thing is that you have to make sure there's overlap. So you don't want to put them down like that. You really need to have them overlapping each other. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it does have to overlap. I'm going to put this one over here. Again, overlapping. And this one over here. I'm going to flip this and put that one under there. So that's your first Going Round in Circles block put together. Then I'm going to use this button on it and this thread. But before I can start stitching, I need to pin my pieces. That's it, all pinned. Now the next step is stitching round the outside with a simple running stitch. You have to attach your thread to the back of your work. I use a couple of back stitches, but you can also just knot the thread if that's what you like to do. Bring the thread to the front and start stitching. Almost there. And then just tie off on the back of your work. The next step is the button. You fasten the thread to the back of your work again. And then bring it to the front in the center. I will give it an extra little stitch then you attach the button. Then on the back of your work, take the needle and the thread to where you can feel the side of the button, and then bring it up again to the front. See, needle is coming out right next to the button. And then you start stitching your circles. Important thing is not to make your stitches too big, because it's a lot easier to keep things going round with small stitches. Just use the button as a guide for your stitching. Just keep going till you're back where you started. Okay, so that's the first circle of stitches going round your button. Then you bring the needle back up again, just a little bit higher, and you start doing your second circle. And that's it, another one done. So you're going to keep on doing this all the way till you get, so one there, just keep on doing it till you get to there, and then you'll have finished your little block. Okay, I'm almost done now. I just need to finish this last bit. Okay, that's it. One going round in circles block finished. You can make lots of things with your blocks. Let me show you some of my creations to inspire you. You can make them into a bag or a book wrap, square boxes. You can frame them or attach them to canvas as wall art. You can make a needle book or a pincushion, or get a head start for your Christmas decorations with these ideas. My favorite project is this one, the tiny quilted hug, a way to send a hug to someone when you can't hug in person. You can find tutorials for many of my projects on my YouTube channel. I also teach workshops on Zoom. You can find more information on my website. The thread I use is called Eleganza. It's an 8-weight perlé cotton made by Wonderfil. My favorite brand of needles is Tulip, and I use a number 5 embroidery needle. My project is ongoing. I keep discovering more things I can make with my pieces and more materials I can use. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course my website. You can also join the Facebook group for everyone who, like me, can't stop going round in circles. Happy stitching!